Okay, my name is Deon Davis. This is the Deon Davis Show called Positivity is the Way to Go. My guest today, he is an entertainer, Elvis. He has been an actor for 40 years. Welcome my guest today, Gene Dinapoli.
Hello, Dion Davis.
Well, it's good to have you on, man. I listened to Elvis music even though I'm 24 years old, but I listened to Elvis before. You know, he had the suit and everything, the white suit and the style and the profile, and
It amazes me how Elvis, who's been gone for 40 some odd years, is still listened to by young people such as yourself. It makes my heart very happy to know that somebody I idolize is still being listened to today.
I think that's a good thing because Elvis, he was a great singer and everything. You know, he did a lot of great things. You know.
Absolutely. He was a very trained, he was a great singer. And more than that, he was a great humanitarian, which a lot of people don't realize his charitable work because he didn't publicize it. He did it on the down low, in silent, because he believed if people knew about your charity work, then you're not doing it for the grace of God. You're doing it for publicity reasons.
Yeah, exactly. Tell me about Elvis. Tell me about you being Elvis and everything over the past 40 years.
Sure. Well, I was an Elvis fan, Dion, since I'm 5 years old. I saw him on TV one day and I just said, he was great looking. He was singing to two girls at the same time. And I said, wow. I said, I could either get a real job or be a baseball player, or I could do what he did. And I started singing in my room when I was about 6 years old. And then when I was 14, I started to sing in public. So I did that. And it's 41 years that I've been performing. 41 years.
That's amazing. That's called longevity.
You know what? When you do something that you love and you do what people love, you could have a good career. Um, if you do something that doesn't appeal to people, well, then it's going to be short lived.
Yeah, because nowadays with technology and everything, people lose train of thought and focus and everything. Like people attention spans are very short now. You know, with technology and everything.
You know, it's a great thing that we have technology, but it also takes away from people learning and people personally doing things to give themselves gratification, knowing that they did the work to get to that point. Right now, you could look up on YouTube anything in life, and you could learn how to do it. Uh, so it's good and bad. Technology is good and bad. Moving forward is good and bad. There's good and bad points in everything we do.
Yeah, pros and cons.
Yes, pros and
So
cons.
what do you think about the Elvis music and everything? You know, the music component of Elvis. You know, the songs and what your songs, what you be singing and everything.
Dion, it's funny because Elvis Presley came from a time where singers sang, songwriters wrote, producers produced. And then later on, you had people like Buddy Holly and the Beatles who wrote their own songs and produced it as well as sang. And that took a job away from people that grew up in the business as producers and songwriters. So Elvis believed he was a singer and an interpreter of songs. Um, and I think why Elvis is still relevant is because he personally felt a lot of the songs he did, especially his gospel recordings, which was his first love. He really took to it And he really conveyed an understanding of God and of Jesus Christ and of religion. And I think that's why the only time Elvis won his Grammys were for his gospel music. And I think that's what people remember, is that no matter what song he sang, somebody felt it was just to them.
Yeah, exactly. God is important in everything. I love God as well.
How could you not? You have to.
Yeah, every day God wake us up every day. That's why I say every day is a great day, and that's why my show called Positivity is the way to go, because you got to keep the positive mindset every day, no matter what negativity or no matter what might throw your way.
You know, Dion, it's so good to see a young person have that outlook, because I will tell you that uh, in my life, I've woke up more days mad than I have happy. But I'm learning to change my ways and be thankful for what I do have and for the opportunity to wake up every morning. Um, Life is what you make it. So if you get up and you're dreary and you're depressed, uh, you're gonna bring people down, and you're not gonna see the opportunities because you got that cloud of despair and that cloud of dissension in front of you. So people like you that wake up on the right side of positivity, I think it's a great thing. And I applaud you for doing your show and for bringing that positive outlook to the public.
Yeah, that's what I try to do every day. I try to put a smile on people's face and bring joy to people's lives, because there's a lot of people that are depressed and sad and everything, but they're not alone. God is with all of them, and they don't know that, but they should know that.
They should. 100% right.
So, what about life? What about his life and everything? Your life, you in person, you playing him and everything, as a role and everything.
You know, it's funny. I try to live my life as close to Elvis as possible. And I don't mean the jewelry and the outfits. And Elvis was a very giving person. He was very giving to all walks of life. Um, I recently had on my show, I do a show every Monday where I interview celebrities. And I had a young lady who worked for Elvis. And she was an African American lady named Estelle Brown. And she had a group called the Sweet Inspirations. And in 1970, Elvis Presley was contracted to play in Houston, Texas. And even as early as 1970, there was still some racial tension in the South. So the promoters of that show called Elvis's manager and said, he could leave the black girls at home. And Elvis said, if the black girls don't come, then I don't come. And she told me this story directly. So I think if everybody took Elvis's way of life, it would make a nicer world, because Elvis believed everybody was equal. Everybody should get their chance. Everybody should work hard for what they get. And everybody should reap the benefits of what they sow. So I try to live my life that way. I do a lot of charity work. Not that I'm bragging, but I do it because I believe if I'm healthy and I have a way to bring happiness to people, I love it. I sing in a lot of children's hospitals, old age hospitals, because I believe children and seniors do deserve some good times. And if I could bring that to them for an hour or so, then I feel very blessed to do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because a lot of those kids in the hospital, they battling diseases like leukemia, and sometimes they feel like it ain't no hope for them. But you coming out to sing to them and everything, it makes them feel better. And makes them want to fight the battle or with whatever the element that they're dealing with.
You know, one of the gigs I did, Dion, was for the Ronald McDonald House for children's cancer. And I had just gotten surgery on my chest and my stomach. And I was supposed to, somebody else was supposed to do the gig. And I got the call, I think, 2 days before. And I said, no, I'm in recuperation. They said, you don't understand. We're having a party and these children will be so disappointed. So I said, listen, I said, I have stitches in my body. I'll show up and I'll do 2 or 3 songs and then I'll take pictures. Well, we brought so much joy to these kids that I sang for an hour straight and I popped my stitches. So underneath my $3,000 outfit, I was bleeding. Thank God I had a lining so the blood didn't come through the outfit. But when I went to the dressing room and I peeled off my outfit, my wife said to me, you're bleeding all over. You know, why would you do more than you could handle? And I said, because those kids are going through more than they could handle. So what I was going through for that hour was minimal compared to little children with cancer.
Exactly. So, what about the experience component?
Well, the experience of performing or doing that one show?
Uh, Doing Elvis and everything, the experience of
What
doing.
you know what, Dion? I'm a fan first. I'm an Elvis fan. There are guys out there that do Elvis for money, for girls, for glory, and that's the wrong reason to do anything. I mean, money makes the world go round, of course, but you have to love what you do in order for it to be projected to people that you're performing to. And I get nothing but joy when I do my shows because I love the applause. I love making people happy. And if I hit lotto tomorrow for $100 million, I would still do my shows for free because I love bringing joy to people. I really do. It's a great thing to do what I do for people.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing my show and everything because interviewing people and everything. It may be challenging, but you are able to talk to people and connect with people, and you able to get sources and people can help you out and everything. Like doing my show and everything, I have met a lot of people, that I would have never met if I didn't do my YouTube channel and everything. It has opened my eyes to. It's a lot of people may get a bad rap, rich people, but it's some good people out there, that are willing to help you and guide you through and be supportive of you and everything and help you in any way they can.
You know, the only way you could get help is if you're vulnerable and you let people know that there's an issue. So, and so many people are scared to open up, but you need to open up in order for somebody to come into your life and be an asset and be a help. If you clam up and you're tight and you don't want to talk, well then how does anybody know what you're going through and how they could help you? You
Yeah,
can't.
that's why I'm a big component of mental health and depression and trauma and everything because I have dealt with that and there's a lot of people that have dealt with it, and it's sad to hear that a lot of people been committing suicide and everything, That's why I'm a component of people talking about their problems instead of doing things that route, I don't know what they went through or going through, but it's better to talk to people, and get that support system of people that you feel comfortable talking to in your life so you don't have to go through all that because you're not alone. God is with you. You don't have to do that at all.
Um, you're 100% right. And if your show helps one person, then it was worth it for all the hours you put in. Uh, so, continue to do what you do. Your title of the show automatically can lift people's spirits up. And you seem to be an educated, knowledgeable young person. And I think that's what the world needs, is more young people to be giving and to be open to conversations.
Yeah, because I have been through a lot of my life, but I haven't let that discourage me from, I've been on the west side of Chicago my whole life, and a lot of people are incarcerated or dead, but I didn't let that stereotype get. I didn't let that get to me at all. I crashed through all those walls and broke down the walls. The stereotypes that people have of African Americans males, and I went out there and I worked my butt off, and I'm educated and everything, and I got to where I am today because of God. I owe all my successes owed to God. Because I wouldn't be here today without Him.
You have a great outlook. You really do. And I wish more young people, and I don't want to single you out because you're African American, because there are just as many uh, uh, white people. I'm not white. I'm Italian. So my family did not come from England, or they didn't come from Ireland. We came from Italy. We're considered olive skin. But there are just as many Italians and Germans and Americans that are persecuted and that have issues as African Americans. It's just that in the African American community, uh, they publicize it more because it's newsworthy. It makes stereotypes, and I don't like stereotypes. And I think what you're doing, you're going to break down those walls, and you're going to break the stereotypical young African American male stereotype. And then if you influence two people, and then they influence two people, and so on and so on, well, eventually there's going to be 5 million young African American males with the same outlook as you.
Yeah, because that's all I'm trying to do. I just try to keep life in perspective and tell the truth. I know the truth hurts, but people need to tell the truth instead of hiding behind, what they hiding behind. It's good to be open and held dialogue instead of being quiet and everything.
Absolutely.
So, what about the general upbringing of Elvis and everything in your life and what you have been doing?
Well, I was very lucky. I had three parents. My mother and father got divorced when I was young. My mother remarried. So I had two fathers and a mother who really pushed what I did with the entertainment. And they were behind me 100%. And then my family. And then when I got married 23 years ago, my wife was understanding of my career choice. And my wife is behind my career 100% as well. And I think that's important to have a very strong family support group, because if you have a good support group, then you could really flourish, because you got somebody in your corner, somebody to talk to, and somebody who will reap the benefits when you do something good. You could go back to your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your wife, your husband, and say, look what I did. And they will be there in your corner. So I'm very lucky to have the same type of support system that Elvis Presley had with his family, because his mother and father and cousins were very supportive of his decision as well.
Yeah, it's all about the support system and everything. Like when you feel supported, then you know that you got people that'll pick you up when you are down and out. But if you don't have a support system when you're down and out, you got God. So it don't matter. Any way it goes, you got God no matter what. if you have a support system or not. God is your support system.
You're right. You're 100% right. But it does make it a little easier when you have someone you could talk to and they answer you back as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got my homie. I got my homie that I went to school with. I've been knowing him for 8 years. His name is Justin. We went to high school together. I talk to him on the phone like 6 days a week. We talk about a lot of things. I don't want to discuss everything. Gotta keep it rated R.
We all need those people in our life that we can rely on.
Yeah, he a cool dude. We talk about everything.
That's great. That's great because we all need that, Dion. We all need that.
Yep. So, do you want to sing a little bit? Like,
Yeah. You know what? Why don't we do a little bit of one of Elvis's biggest songs? It's a song called All Shook Up. And I like to do this song because it's bouncy and it's fun. And all our viewers out there, they could clap along with it. So I'm going to keep the time, Dion, and you sing along if you want, okay?
okay.
1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I met you like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Ooh, ooh, yay. That's all you get.
Okay, I don't know the lyrics and stuff. That's why I want to sing alone, man. But hey, you did a great job, though, man.
Thank
Good
you, buddy.
performance.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and it was it was great having you on today, man. And you do a great job, and it's good that you living on Elvis' legacy the right way and doing the right living the right way and everything, and doing what you're doing, man. You
Well,
do a
thank
great
you,
job.
Dion. I appreciate that. And I want to let you know I have a show on Monday nights on Facebook called Reminiscing with Gene Dinapoli. And I interview different celebrities from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So if you have nothing to do, it's 7 o'clock on Monday nights on Facebook or YouTube. Maybe you'll tune in and watch one of my shows.
Yeah, maybe who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe you'll tune into my shows. I got 17 episodes, but they getting edited. That's why I like StreamYard better than Zoom. But
Yes. Well, that's great. I really appreciate being on your show. And I wish you a ton of success and a ton of luck, Dion.
I wish the same for you too, man.
Thank you. God bless you and keep up the good work.
You too, man.
Thank you. Take care. Bye. Bye, everybody. Stay well.